Stay busy. You're a young man, late teens, early 20s. Stay busy. Focus on your grind. Get that education. Get that degree. Get that trade school out of the way. Go into the job market. Do something. Get some experience. Start working on your financial health. While you're working on that financial health, work on the other seven healths. If you don't understand what I'm talking about, check out my video on the 7+1 healths that I posted recently. If you have questions about those things, ask me in the comment section down below, or send me an email. I'm starting to put my email on the description, so you all have access to that. You gotta stay busy. Your older cat, my age, maybe 30, in your late 30s, early 40s, mid 40s, like I am. You gotta stay on a grind. You're able to develop lifestyle. You worked your way out through your teens. Your 20s, early 30s. You now develop a lifestyle where you have both time and money, where you can focus on a relationship. For whatever reason or another, you may have been in a couple of relationships. They went south. They went bad. Sometimes, a lot of times, it could be something as basic as not staying busy. She might be out there working, come home and have to take care of the household, but she's seeing you sitting around from morning till night doing nothing, at no fault of your own, because you set up your life and career that way, where you were able to have flexibility of time because you have time and money, but it still doesn't help with relationships. If you're a young cat and you're not busy, and you become too available, then you go into that nice guys mode, where, because she will text you, you text back right away. You carry on a conversation because you ain't really got shit to do. All you have time to do is really talk, and you may not even have money because you're young. You gotta stay busy, so it will compensate, your time, because when you don't have money. A woman or a young woman will appreciate you more if you're busy doing something else. She texts you, you don't respond right away, and don't just do that as part of some rule. You do it because you're truly busy. Stay busy. If you're not doing nothing with your life, and and you make it a rule that you'll wait 5-10 minutes to text somebody back, you're playing a game, and after all, it's fake. It doesn't really last long. It's an act. Nobody can really keep up act like that unless they make it part of your life, and then you'll be basically selling a lie. You might get lucky here and there, but overall, it's not going to be beneficial to you in the 8 healths. So you don't want, by staying busy, you won't be overly available to women, and again, they will value and appreciate you more. Your older cat, you have if it's possible, and you have the lifestyle that I talk about. A lot of your friends and people in your age group may not have that similar lifestyle. Find something else to do. For me, my lifestyle is fairly, I've simplified my lifestyle, where I really don't have a whole lot that I have to do so I have both time and money. So I coach boxing. I enjoy doing that. I love working with the youth. I found something that I love to do, and I stuck with it for years. And it's gratifying, and it pays off in many other ways. More importantly, it keeps me busy. And by staying busy and going to events and things like that, I am now exposed to other women that enjoy the boxing scene and stuff like that. So you gotta stay busy. So I've access to a lot of women. Now, granted, I don't live in the space, the mental space, where I need to have sex all the time, the sexual gratification, so I constantly chase women. But if I see somebody I like, and I make the approach and I say hi, I'm more into like long-term quality type relationships, not quantity type relationships. And it's just not me, but it might be you. You may enjoy quantity type relationships because it's not really a bad thing. There are more women than men in the world, so it's highly likely that you'll smash and dash, quite have access to smash and dash relationships quite frequently if that's your thing. It's not mine. Like I've mentioned before, I find sex itself is like comes with a level of stress that I find celibacy to be more appealing because I've done both, but I don't shut myself down completely, in the sense like if a situation arises where sexual activity is merited, by all means, so you don't look at things that way. You got to look, don't look like, well, he's smashing or he's not smashing or whatever it is. You got to do what's comfortable and appealing to you. But the important thing, you got to stay on your grind. If you're older cat, you have the lifestyle. Again, do something like that. Coach boxing, something. Learn. If you're not, you kind of grew up in what you're doing, white collar type work. Learn some blue collar stuff, because now you have the time, but you got to stay busy. Cut the grass, learn to do some basic mechanic stuff like change the brakes, change the oil, spark plugs, things like that in your car. So you always have something to do. If you're into golf, I guess you could play golf every day to occupy your time. I don't know how appealing that is. Even though I've played golf in the past, I used to be on my high school team. It's not something I personally would use to occupy my time. It can also look kind of funny, especially to women, that you're able to do that at no fault of your own, by the way, while they're out there having to work or whatever, because they don't want to see you having a good time all the time, which is unfortunate. But if you're a good guy, not a nice guy, and you can be a nice guy and be a good guy, but you can't just be a nice guy and alone and be considered a good guy. It just doesn't work that way. You still got to keep your self-respect, do what makes you happy. If you don't like something, say you don't like something, regardless of if she likes it or not. And you just stay busy, throughout life. The idle mind is a devil's playground, and it doesn't just apply to getting into trouble with the law. You can get in relationship problems with things like that. So if you have any questions, ask it in the comment section down below. Like, subscribe, share the video, have those people subscribe. It'll help. It's motivating to see the subscriptions, and hopefully, more importantly, these little tips or suggestions will work for you. And if it doesn't work for you, at least I know, or you have the mind and the to understand that this particular stuff isn't for you, and you can seek other advice elsewhere. That's also good. Last thing before I go, if you're staying busy, you won't be on the beck and call of women. You won't be constantly seeking their validation as far as your self-worth and stuff. So again, like, subscribe, share the video. You all have a good day.